Coming up on this edition of Mhs Rewind,
we're going to peel back the layers of the play's curtain to peel like the layers of an onion and find this person's heart.
Let's take a dip into this year's swim team and see how they fare.
And we're going to recap this last week's Winter Wonderland.
We'll have this and more coming up on this edition of Mhs Rewind.
Months of rehearsals, laughter, and a little bit of chaos have gone into our latest production, Shrek the Musical. Mia Boyd and Kaylee Maxwell tell us all about it.
Martinsville students have spent months preparing for their latest production, Shrek the Musical. From cast to crew, the Artesians have put in long hours to bring the show to life. Each cast member says the experience has given them something different to enjoy, whether it's their character, the music, or the memories made along the way.
My favorite part of the show is all the stuff with Lord Farquaad, because he's just such a funny character. Even though things are a little uncomfortable sometimes, he always gets a good laugh out of everyone.
My favorite part about the show was probably getting to react to everything that's going on. So as Donkey, I'm very expressive and I'm always making funny facial expressions. Anytime Shrek does anything or Fiona does anything, me and Shrek are always looking at each other. I'm always looking at the audience, and it's always just a good time to just make funny faces. It's like an easy way to make people laugh when I'm not even saying anything.
With a mix of humor, music, and larger-than-life characters, students say that the show offers something for everyone in the audience. From familiar fairy tale figures to bold new personalities, each role brings its own energy to the stage.
You were 28 living in my basement.
And for the cast, stepping onto these characters has been one of their most enjoyable parts for the production.
It's definitely different. I've never really had to put on such a hard accent before. That's been like the hardest part of this whole situation. Learning to sing with an accent is incredibly different than everything else.
This year's production has also welcomed a foreign exchange student to the cast, allowing him to take the stage at Martinsville and reflect on how the experience compares to theater in his home country.
In my home in Italy, when we do musical, everyone do everything. That it means like everyone knows every dance, every song, and everything. And this is a bit different, but I like it.
While the production has brought new experiences to students from around the world, for others, the show marks a meaningful milestone. And for several seniors, it's one of the final opportunities to showcase their talent on the Martinsville stage.
It goes by quickly, so enjoy it while it lasts. By the time you get to your last musical, it's going to feel like your first musical was yesterday.
I feel like this is a good closer. Going out, Shrek, it's in the title, I got that. I'm proud of what we've done. I'm proud of my legacy, and this will be a good ending note.
As the final curtain approaches, students say the memories made through theater will stay with them long after the show ends, both on and off the Martinsville stage. For Mhs Rewind, I'm Mia Boyd.
On November 11th, we celebrate Veterans Day, a day of remembrance. Logan Smith has more.
Every November 11th, we celebrate Veterans Day to remember those who are still with us and those who have fallen.
I didn't do so well in college on a scholarship at Indiana State, and I had to pay back the money for my scholarship because my grades weren't good enough to maintain it.
There's a lot of places that very little people get to actually go out and experience, see. I wanted to travel, just kind of challenge myself with new activities and opportunities and things like that. And
when joining the military, some may see it as a cash grab, but others see it as something more.
There was pride in serving the community and the country. It gave me a lot of opportunities to do a lot of different things.
And they offered me the position of a cryptologic linguist, which is it's like the 1% of the 1% of the United States military, and they said it's the hardest tech school to go through, so I said, sure, why not, let's try it.
While some are glad to be done with the military, others think back to the moments that they've collected and the people who have stayed with them.
I got to actually make history. I helped take down the Berlin Wall, and those are things I'll never forget.
I can't thank my family enough for them backing me throughout my career, especially my wife taking care of our two boys as I deployed 4 times.
During this holiday season, don't forget to give thanks to those who have served, whether it be in the military or in the classroom. For Mhs Rewind, I'm Logan Smith.
A local family is one step closer to having a place to call home. Habitat for Humanity spent several weekends building a new, comfortable house for a family in need. Kaylee Maxwell and Mia Boyd will tell us more.
Habitat for Humanity isn't just building a home. They're partnering with families who need affordable housing. Instead of receiving a free house, these families work alongside volunteers to pay an affordable mortgage. Many of our own MHS students and teams have spent several weekends helping build this beautiful home for the chosen family. Students built various parts of houses such as framing, drywalling, installing siding, and more. Habitat for Humanity believes all hardworking individuals and families should have access to safe, stable, and affordable home ownership and seek to fulfill the vision by providing zero-interest mortgages on homes for those who qualify. Habitat for Humanity says its work is rooted in its founding figures being the hands and feet of Jesus Christ by offering hardworking families the chance at affordable home ownership. As you can see, MHS students made sure the home was blessed through and through by writing uplifting wishes and Bible verses. If anybody wants to donate, help build, or if you're in need of a home, go to morgancountyhabitat.org. For MHS Rewind, I'm Kaylee Maxwell.
While also looking behind the camera who take and create their amazing photos. Quinn has more.
Photography, a class known for creativity and pushing boundaries, is now being offered as an elective for the first time in over 4 years here at MHS.
So it is something that we had a decent amount of interest in, so we decided that we would bring that one back.
Not only do students have a near infinite amount of tools to bring their creative visions to light, they also have a teacher, Miss Taylor, who has their own creative approach to help draw that spark out of her students.
Second year in the high school, so my 5th year teaching altogether, but I have a lot of background in the arts.
Her experience and creativity shines through her students' work, such as during their most recent project.
Went to the pool on the 2nd floor, and the kids got into the pool with different props that they picked and tried to recreate poses that would be outside of the water, under the water.
Not only is this class full of opportunities for creative minds, they are a growing option of only one of many Martinsville paths to help students find their careers. For MHS Rewind, I'm Quinn Sparenblack.
With the yearbooks soon to be finished, we have decided to show you the people who hold the pen.
In the wide field of journalism, there are pathways. However, one of the pathways for Martinsville students is through Ms. Bower's publications class.
My vast experience of publications came from doing the middle school yearbook at Indian Creek for about 4 years, I think.
The class also has freedoms in terms of work, the largest being independent work.
They have to research on their own, they have to schedule interviews and things like that. We have to take photos of all the events that happen so we can have coverage in the yearbook. So there's just a lot of, we have to have a lot of internal motivation with kids.
With independent work being a major factor of the class, it all helps in the end, letting students learn in a simulated work environment, even despite the hardships the class may incur.
If you like to be able to have a leadership type of position, if you enjoy being creative and getting to put together, a product that's an entire year's worth of work, this would be a great class for you.
For MHS Rewind, I'm Lucas Edwards.
Let's see what the Brew Crew has been brewing up recently with Andrew Sylvester on the scene.
Here at MHS, we have something brewing over the Brew Crew, offering a variety of drinks to choose from in the morning.
We've just been, we've done a couple of things. We make hot chocolate and coffee every morning for different teachers. We have both decaf and caffeinated. It's actually, I think it's the same coffee that McDonald's uses.
Abigail and Brett oversee the operation, having students in the Brew Crew to be familiarized them with owning a family business or a job.
We try to make a quality product, teach our kids responsibility, and hopefully that carries on to other aspects of their life.
There have been discussions of having students being able to order drinks from the Brew Crew, but as of now, they're focused on the teachers.
Right now we're just doing the teachers because I think we might be overwhelmed with the amount of students that we have to have that many.
So teachers, if you can, show your support to the Brew Crew for keeping Brew Crew brewing. For Mhs Rewind, I'm Andrew Sylvester.
It's been a snowy past couple of weeks at MHS. Blake Roth takes a look at the impacts of this severe weather.
Martinsville has been digging out from several rounds of winter weather over the past few weeks. The first major storm hit on December 1st and 2nd, dropping between 2 to 4 inches of snow across central Indiana, with some areas reporting nearly 7 inches. That system left roads slick and prompted travel advisories across the state. Then here recently, Martinsville, Indiana saw several inches of snow on December 16th, creating difficult travel conditions across the area. Road crews worked throughout the mornings to clear highways and local streets, but many remained slick and hazardous. On rural roads, conditions were worse, with vehicles sliding off into ditches and minor accidents reported. Crews will remain on the roads through these next few days, but with freezing temperatures holding steady, drivers are urged to slow down and stay alert. Conditions are expected to improve only once the weather warms. For Mhs Rewind, I'm Blake Roth.
And now with Ruby Murrow for sports.
Thanks, guys. Girls basketball has officially started, and Isaac Gillum went to check out the progress.
The Lady Artesians have kicked off a new year of basketball and looking forward to having another great year.
In practice, we're always going as hard as we can. I think that impacts the other girls, and that when they see their senior leaders working hard, it makes them want to work harder.
Senior Ruby Murrow is looking forward to this season, having some personal goals she wants to accomplish.
My personal goals is I want to score 1,000 points. I'm not that far, but I'm not that close. Another one of my personal goals is to make it far into sectionals. Last year we went to the semifinals, and I would really like to make it to the championship.
Coach Knuckles has been a big part of their success in the past couple of seasons.
We watch a lot of film. We always watch film on the team. He posts film. We watch that. He also makes scouting reports, and then we use those in practice and play against the rest of our coaches in practice. We play against the scout team and just specify which coaches are different players, and just always comes up with game plans before games to help us prepare.
It looks like it'll be another great season of girls basketball. For Mhs Rewind, I'm Isaac Gillum.
Both the girls and boys wrestling teams have been hitting the mats hard and are developing well with this new staff. Addison Ford and myself went to the wrestling room to get a look at the story.
The Artesian wrestling teams are under new leadership and have been hard at work trying to get better and learn chemistry with this new staff.
We had a new coach, so it's just going to take some getting used to. So I'd say from getting a new coach, we're doing all right.
With the new coaching staff, it has been very important that both teams have good chemistry.
The team chemistry is pretty good this year. I feel like we're more close-knit than we were last year. It's a bit smaller group than last year, so I feel like we have more connections.
Due to new coaching, some players have had to step into a leadership role. Two of these players are Kate Spurgeon and Christian Coons.
We're slowly getting better. We have new girls this year, so it's kind of hard to make ourselves better while making them better.
I say I lead by motivating when people don't want to practice, when they're down by maybe they lost a really tough match or something, always bringing them up. A really important thing to me is after a match, going up to the guy and just helping them. If I saw something, I could tell them what to do next or help them figure what they did wrong.
Although both our wrestling teams are fairly young, they have a lot of heart and determination. Come out and see them on the mats.
The football team wrapped up their season, and Gavin Long tells us more about their success.
The football team has wrapped up their season after winning another sectional title, and they're looking forward to next year.
We do a lot of things in our off season where we just have practice over summer and all that stuff, and then we'll do fun things at practice. And I think that helps the incoming freshmen understand that we're all a family and it's not really a competition within ourselves.
These players have some great standards for themselves for next season, including making All-State again, getting in the right mindset, and having lots of confidence going forward.
We just need to get more guys out and be together and have people want to be there, just to drive to be there, I'd say.
I also asked these guys what their pregame meal was, and this is what they had to say.
I eat my peach rings, 2 Red Bulls, listen to my music. Then eventually we'll have the speaker going. But big games, it's kind of the same way. I get to the same thing. I got 2 white monsters and put some headphones in, jam out. You just gotta you just gotta think like no one's ever seen you before, so to get the mind right.
If I have the chance to get home, chicken and rice.
The football team is looking forward to have a great season next year. For MHS Rewind, I'm Gavin Long.
Pound it, noggin. See ya.
Liam Ralph took a dive into the boys and girls Artie swim season. Here's for more.
The Martinsville Artesian swim season is officially underway. This past week, they faced off against Greenwood in their first meet of the season. The Artesian swim team is bigger, faster, and more motivated than ever. With a larger roster than last season, the team brought a new energy and serious excitement to the pool.
It makes it so more of us have to swim together, which is it's good for like people who are like slower, so they have someone to like catch up to. It was kind of shocking when I saw how big the roster was going to be this year, but the biggest difference it makes is it makes us feel more like the other teams. You know, we see all these other big teams, and it makes me feel that we're finally starting to get to the level that they're on. That's always a good feeling.
Several senior captains stepped up with strong performances, showing that their tough practices are paying off.
And after this first meet, I already have up my PR up to a 203. So on track for that if we up my scores and my degree of difficulty.
Even though it's only the first meet of the season, one thing is for certain. This team is ready to make a statement. Their goals have been set, and they are ready to get the job done.
Hopefully make top 8 in sectional and 100 breast.
Get my 100 back time under a minute, and honestly just build a good team chemistry, get everybody swimming pretty good, and just have a good year and just make great memories and great times.
For MHS Rewind, I'm Liam Ralph.
Jason Carter, a community member and a very well-known man around Martinsville, has been a Martinsville coach for 23 years. On December 29, 2024, Jason Carter gave the doctor a visit for what he thought was kidney stones, but little did he know he was soon to receive some very unfortunate news.
First thing, there's never anything that's more humbling than hearing the word cancer, or you have cancer. You know, it's just one of those things that you never feel coming, you never see coming. It just kind of blindsides you out of left field. My type of colorectal cancer, the way the doctor explained to it was they noticed a mass when we did some scans when we went in on the 29th. You know, as far as, I mean, I'm not real smart about all of the, you know, medical terms and all that stuff, but he just said we were very concerned about a couple of spots that we see on your scan. So we're going to go a little bit further into it and just kind of, you know, just make sure. He asked me, you know, I turned and looked to my right, and my girlfriend Sabrina and my sister are both in tears. And you just kind of got to get yourself collected back up.
The cancer news didn't just change his physical health, it also introduced mental hurdles that he was unprepared for.
Just not enough could be said to think, you know, and it came from, there was actually a pep talk from Coach Helms. Sabrina had called him to come down and talk to me because I was in a place, you know, I wasn't going to do anything rash, but I, you know, in my mind, I was in a bad spot. Like, I don't know where we're going, you know, I don't know. So he came and talked to me. He talked to me a little bit, and of course, in true him fashion, he stood up and said, we need to get back to doing what you're supposed to be doing. Get back to doing what you know how to do. I was like, I can't. He said, sure you can. He goes, you look for an excuse hard enough, you'll find it. And he's right. I said, I can't wait to take a shower. I can't wait to do this. He goes, get up and do it. Get up and do it. Get out and walk around. He goes, but you got to get back. So after that talk, I started getting back up and out and doing stuff. Really, it makes you really start to slow down more. Like, you look at what am I going to do next week? What do I have to do 2 months from now? What do I need to do, you know, as far as this goes? But it really you start going day by day. You start noticing a little bit more, and you start celebrating small victories along the way. Those small victories might be a chemo treatment, or the fact that, you know, I could finally walk without, you know, having to aid myself, not, you know, falling down, or getting back in the booth at a football game is a small victory for me. Getting back to work was a small victory. You know, getting to see everybody, you know, it just don't take anything for granted. Do anything, you know, do everything you want to do, but make sure you enjoy it.
His journey shows resilience, support, hope, and what it's like to be an artesian.
This community is amazing. Anybody that says this community is not amazing is nuts. because I felt every bit of those thoughts and prayers from every person out there. And I know I'm leaving people out, but I just want to make sure enough can't be said for football, the administrators at John R. Wood Middle School, in every building in this system, administrators everywhere, teachers everywhere. I've had a huge support system, but none bigger than my family, even our basketball teams. It meant the world to be back in there to see them.
For MHS Rewind, I'm Maya Lewis.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ruby. And that will do it for our December newscast. For Lucas Edwards and the rest of the RTV2 class, I'm Quinn Sparenblick.
Have fun over winter break, and always remember to enjoy that ride.